You guys won't believe what happened on TV today. Jungkook suddenly mentioned someone, and the entire studio fell silent. But as soon as that name came out of his mouth, everything changed. Taekook, confirmed? The moment when the world suddenly stopped. The air felt thick, heartbeats quickened, and millions of pairs of eyes stared in the same direction. At the television screen, at the one figure who had been the center of the universe for so many people, Jungkook. But this time, it wasn't just about his voice, it wasn't just about his career, it was about Taekook, a name full of secrets, love, and endless questions. Today, the Korean media was shaken. Armies around the world fell silent for a moment before flooding social media, making one topic trend within minutes. Taekook confirmed on live TV. What really happened? What did Jungkook say on that live broadcast? And why did the name Taehyung come out so sincerely from his lips? It all started with Jungkook's appearance on a special TV show aired tonight, a major program highlighting the career journeys of top Korean artists. Jungkook appeared alone, dressed simply yet elegantly, a black shirt that reflected his mature and mysterious side, with a small, sparkling earring in his left ear. On stage, the lights were dim. His voice began softly, singing a song that had long been a favorite of ARMY, a song that was said to have a hidden meaning. But what no one expected, after the song ended and the host praised him, was when Jungkook suddenly smiled slightly, then said something that made the entire studio fall silent. The sentence was simple, but the tone was different. It wasn't just small talk. It wasn't like the usual PR words. His voice trembled slightly, as if he was holding back something he couldn't quite say. Every time I feel tired, he said, there's someone who, somehow, always knows. They send me a message or just look at me, and I feel better again. The host looked surprised, then asked, is that person also a member of BTS? And that's where it all began. Jungkook smiled. His gaze lowered for a moment, as if holding back embarrassment or memories that came to mind. Then he replied softly but clearly. Yes, he is someone I've known for a long time. Taehyung. As soon as the name Taehyung came out of Jungkook's mouth, everyone watching reacted immediately. Twitter, TikTok, even the Weverse community, everyone was flooded with one topic. Did Jungkook just say Taehyung on live TV? Comments flooded in. They're not hiding anything anymore. Look at how he smiled when he said Taehyung's name. His voice got so soft, it's not just a friend. Within minutes, Taekook was back as the top trending topic worldwide. Fans began analyzing Jungkook's facial expressions, lip movements, and even the way he pronounced the name Taehyung, which felt so meaningful. For longtime ARMYs, this moment felt like déjà vu. They knew that Taekook wasn't just two names often put together by fans. This was a story that had been growing since BTS's debut. From their glances backstage, the way Jungkook smiled when Taehyung looked at him, to the way Taehyung often teased Jungkook on variety shows, it all formed a pattern too obvious to ignore. There was one legendary moment in BTS's early years, when Taehyung said on camera, "I always look out for Jungkook. He's like someone I want to protect." And Jungkook looked down, his cheeks turning red. Fans knew there was something more than just friendship. After a moment of silence, the host tried to continue. Taehyung? Wow, you two are really close. Is there anything special you want to say to him? Jungkook sighed softly. And on national television, with millions of viewers watching, he replied, "I just want him to know. I still listen to the song he sent me back then." Instantly, all the viewers were shocked. The song he sent? What song? Fans immediately recalled. Taehyung had mentioned in an old interview that he often sent snippets of songs he was working on to someone for feedback. Could it be that person was Jungkook? And now, Jungkook had just confirmed it himself on national TV. Shortly after the broadcast ended, Taehyung posted something on his Instagram story. A dark photo with small text. "I heard your song too." Followed by emojis and ARMY knew immediately. It was no coincidence. It was Taehyung's silent response to Jungkook's comments on TV last night. Twitter and TikTok immediately lit up. There was a short video edit combining Jungkook's TV moment and Taehyung's story. Soft music, large text reading, they're talking through music again, and within hours, the video had been viewed millions of times. A few hours after the show, someone from the production staff leaked a small detail that made ARMY even more emotional. They said, after the interview, Jungkook glanced at the monitor screen showing a replay of himself mentioning Taehyung's name, then he smiled slightly and said, "I hope he sees this." Imagine how sincere that sentence was. Not promotion, not acting, but feeling. And for those who have been paying attention to Taekook's dynamics for a long time, that moment was not just confirmation, it was a very personal form of communication, conveyed in front of the world without having to explain everything. Taekook fans, who are used to reading both of their body language, agreed that this was the clearest moment in years. Not because they said, "We're together," but because the way Jungkook spoke was like someone who wanted the world to know that the relationship was real. Some comments from the forum. "This isn't about rumors. It's about feelings that have been visible for a long time." He said, "Taehyung, not V. That alone explains everything. There's love that's too honest to hide." Taekook always has a unique way of communicating. Sometimes through songs, sometimes through glances, sometimes just with a single photo post that feels connected. And tonight, they did it again. Without the word "we," without an official statement, but the whole world could feel the love. A love that blossomed in the spotlight, yet remained calm, simple, and meaningful. In a post-event interview, a reporter brought up his comments about Taehyung. Jungkook just chuckled softly, then said, "I can't lie about how I feel. I'm just being honest with myself." The word honest echoed. It wasn't just an admission, it was a statement from the heart. That night, the Seoul sky was clear. Thousands of ARMYs uploaded videos and clips of Jungkook on TV, adding captions like, "True love doesn't need to be announced, just felt." Taekook is no longer just a rumor, they are a sweet reality. We're witnessing a love story unfold before our eyes. And amidst all the commotion, two names, Taehyung and Jungkook, once again made the world pause for a moment. Because perhaps, for the first time, without many words, they finally confirmed the love we'd long seen, but only today felt real. A few hours after the broadcast, Jungkook wrote a short message on Weverse. "Today was fun. I hope someone out there is smiling right now." And for some reason, thousands of ARMYs knew. The person he was referring to wasn't just any someone. Because on the other side of town, Taehyung uploaded one emoji. No words. No caption. Just the color that had long been their symbol. And the whole world knew, without needing further proof. Taekook spoke through their hearts.